Good evening. The December 20th Planning and Zoning Commission meeting of the City of Longview is now called to order. Commissioner Jones, would you lead us in the invocation, please?
Yeah, please stand.
All right.
Dear Lord, thank you for all the things you do for us. Thank you for sending your Son, Jesus Christ, who died on the cross. Thank you for everyone that's here today. Please help everyone use discernment and best judgment in doing this work for the city. Thank you for everyone else that came today, and help everyone have a safe trip back. In Jesus Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
Am I doing it? Go ahead. Yeah.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item is the approval of the minutes from our last meeting in November. Has everyone had a chance to look at them? If so, are there any corrections? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion. Approve.
Second.
All right. There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Motion carries. We've now reached the citizen comment portion of our meeting. This portion of citizen comment are comments made other than the public hearing items we have on the agenda tonight. If you wish to speak on an item on the agenda, please wait until that time to speak. Please begin by stating your name and address for the public record. We have any citizen comments? All right. We are now on to the consent agenda. The items on the consent agenda are plats that meet the requirements of the City of Longview subdivision ordinance. These items will be approved with one vote unless any member of the Planning and Zoning Commission, any member of the public, or any applicant would like an item removed from consent and replaced on the regular agenda for discussion. Would anyone like for an item removed from the consent agenda and placed on the regular agenda for discussion? All right, I will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right, there is a first and a second. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Now on to the regular agenda. The purpose of this meeting is to hear all pertinent testimony of those in support of and in opposition to the applications before the commission. Tonight is the first of two public hearings required to approve a change in zoning. The commission also considers plats. The procedure for public hearing items to be followed tonight will be the public hearing will be opened and testimony will be heard in the following order. First, staff. Second, the applicant. Third, the general public, those in support of and in opposition to the request. If you're part of a large group with a common interest, we ask that you appoint a spokesperson rather than have each individual restate the same information. When addressing the commission, please begin by stating your name and address. Try to limit your comments to 5 minutes. When all sides have spoken, the public hearing on the matter will be closed and no further public discussion will be entertained. After each public hearing is closed, the commission will vote on the request. Zoning request and Planning and Zoning Commission's recommendations will go forward to the second public hearing, which will be conducted by the City Council on January 12th. And now we're on to regular agenda item A. Commissioner Hamberlin will be recusing himself. Angela, if you could give us a description.
Thank you. Consider application P22-14 C&W Property Subdivision filed by C&W Property Holdings, LLC, to plat approximately .440 acres of Abstract 71, D. Ferguson Survey, Tract 7-02, Section 2, located on the east side of Village Drive, north of West Loop 281. So the applicant is requesting to plat one commercial lot located at 104 Village Drive. The applicant has not installed the required infrastructure or provided an estimate for the required infrastructure with security prior to the meeting. Therefore, staff recommends a conditional approval of with the following requirement: that the applicant provides an estimate and security for the infrastructure or installs the infrastructure. Once all those conditions are met, the plat would be considered approved. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
All right. Is the applicant present and have anything to add or would like to speak on the request?
I don't believe the applicant's here.
There's not? Okay. All right. Does the commission have any questions for staff at this time? All right. I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
All right.
Second.
Second, all right. There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Those stipulations will be added in there.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, on to regular item B.
A public hearing will be held to consider application S22-11 filed by Alondra Valencia requesting a specific use permit to allow for a restaurant with a private club in general retail zoning district for lots 1 through 4, Block 2, Wayside Addition, located at 809 Pine Tree Road. So the applicant is requesting a specific use permit for a restaurant with a private club in general retail zoning district. A specific use permit is required for a private club, allowing for the on-site consumption of alcoholic beverages, and really it's mixed beverages, in general retail zoning district to ensure no negative impact on surrounding properties. Pine Tree Road is classified as a minor arterial roadway and is maintained by TxDOT. This type of development is appropriate along this roadway as long as access management is followed. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Anybody have any questions for Angela?
It's going from beer and wine to everything.
That is correct, yes. So currently, they are allowed to serve beer and wine on site as long as it's a restaurant with beer and wine. And so this would allow for the mixed beverages.
Okay. Is the applicant present and have anything to add or would like to speak on the request?
Yes, we're present.
Okay. All right. I will now open the public hearing. Are there any in support of this request? If so, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the staff. All right. Are there any opposition to this request? If so, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the staff. I do have a speaker listed for this item. Okay, I guess they're not. So are there any other questions for Angela or? All right. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
All right.
Second. Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All right, motion carries. All those opposed say no. All right. Regular agenda item C.
Thank you. A public hearing will be held to consider application S22-12 filed by Catherine Davis requesting a specific use permit to allow for one-family dwellings in heavy commercial zoning district for approximately 2.048 acres of abstract 4 IC Skillerin Survey tracts 57, 58, and 59, section 1, located at 5804, 5806, and 5808 Old Highway 80. So the applicant is requesting a specific use permit to allow for 3 existing one-family dwellings in heavy commercial zoning districts located on these 3 tracts seen here on this map. A specific use permit is required for one-family dwellings in heavy commercial zoning district to ensure no negative impact on surrounding properties. Currently, there are several one-family dwellings scattered throughout the block. The applicant would like to bring their property into compliance with current zoning regulations. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Angela?
Aren't there current residences there already?
Yes, there are
Okay.
current residents there
That's what I
already.
thought.
Mhm.
Okay. I will now open the public hearing. Are there any in support of this request? If so, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the staff. Being none, are there any in opposition to this request? If so, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the staff. All right. Is the applicant present?
Yes, sir.
All right. Would you like to add anything or?
We live there.
Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions for the applicant? All right. Well, I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
All right.
Second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Yes. All those opposed say no. Motion carries. Regular agenda item D.
Thank you. A public hearing will be held to consider application S22-13 filed by Michael Miles Kittner requesting a specific use permit to allow for a restaurant with a private club in general retail zoning district for approximately 1.831 acres of a portion of Block 1, Hickory Ridge Apartments and Corporate Center Phase 1, located at 2005 Toller Road. The applicant is requesting a specific use permit for a restaurant with a private club in general retail zoning district. As stated before, a specific use permit is required for a private club allowing for on-site consumption of alcoholic beverages in addition to beer and wine within general retail zoning district to ensure no negative impact on surrounding properties. Toller Road is classified as a local roadway and is maintained by the city of Longview. This type of development is appropriate along these roadways as long as access management is followed. Staff does find that the proposed zoning change is consistent with the future land use map and surrounding uses. Therefore, it does not constitute spot zoning. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Any commissioners have any questions for Angela? All right. Is the applicant present? All right.
I'm not Michael Miles.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for the applicant? All right. I will now open the public hearing, and are there any in support of this request? If so, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the staff. Are there any in opposition to this request? If so, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the staff. Being there are none, I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, there's a motion and a second. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Motion carries. On to agenda item E.
Thank you. Public hearing will be held to consider application Z22-30 filed by the City of Longview, requesting a rezone from agriculture to light industrial zoning district for approximately 86.361 acres of abstract 245A Ferguson Survey and abstract 300J Hill Survey located along Neiman Marcus Parkway, east of Big Oak Boulevard. The City of Longview is requesting a rezone of property located along Neiman Marcus Parkway and east of Big Oak Boulevard. This property was annexed into the city limits of Longview on October the 13th, 2022, so this year. And so when annexation does occur, the property is automatically assigned an agricultural zoning designation. With development of this property, it will need to be rezoned. So the City of Longview is requesting that this property be rezoned to light industrial, which is what the rest of this business park is already currently zoned. Staff finds that the proposed zoning change is consistent with our comprehensive plan and adjacent uses. Therefore, it does not constitute spot zoning. So I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Anybody have any questions for Angela or staff? All right. Is the applicant present?
Oh, we are the applicant.
We are the applicant. All right. Anybody have the, all right. So we'll now open the public hearing. Are there any in support of this request? If so, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the staff. Are there any in opposition to this request? If so, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the staff. All right. Any additional questions before I close the public hearing? Being there are none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
All right. Second?
Second.
All those, any no? All right. All those in favor say yes?
Yes.
All right. Motion carries. Regular agenda item F.
Thank you. A public hearing will be held to consider application Z22-31 filed by Paul and Anna Rodriguez requesting a rezone from multifamily 3 to Townhome zoning district for approximately 5.01 acres of abstract 258 PP Range Survey situated on the north side of Spring Hill Road, west of McCann Road. The applicant is requesting a rezone. They plan to develop this property into a townhome subdivision. Spring Hill Road is classified as a collector roadway and is maintained by the City of Longview. And this type of development is appropriate along these roadways as long as access management is followed. Staff finds that the proposed zoning change is consistent with our future land use map. Therefore, it does not constitute spot zoning. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Anybody have any questions for Angela?
I do. With a plat that size, is there just going to be one entry and exit, or is there still going to be two?
Most likely, it's going to be one. The only time it would warrant two would be if it exceeds 30 lots, and then it's just required a secondary emergency access, and then when it goes above 60, it requires two public points of access.
Angela, I'm getting deja vu on this one. Did we not do one just like this?
We
right
did
here?
one to the east of this property, and we rezoned it, the applicant rezoned it to single family. So if you look on the zoning map, that SF1.
Yeah, he's right
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
I thought that was his.
Okay.
So why would we zone that as a condominium when you have single-family homes around that, like I'm seeing there? I know where that is. in the-
So townhome zoning is still a single-family type of
Is it?
zoning district. They're just attached. And so each lot is individually owned, but they're attached, so they could look like duplexes or fourplexes, but they're still individually individually owned. So it's a townhome, so it's not multifamily.
Just a different designation.
Yes, yes, sir.
And with a townhome, you own the land. With a condo, you don't.
Gotcha.
So-
That is correct.
Okay,
Just
thank
a
you.
smaller, different type of single-family product.
Denser,
Yeah.
denser development.
Okay. Any other questions for Angela? All right. Is the applicant present? All right. Anybody have any questions for the applicant? All right. I will now open the public hearing. Are there any in support of this request? If so, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the staff. Are there any in opposition to this request? If so, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the staff. All right. Any additional questions or comments before we close the public hearing?
Yeah, real quick, going back to the applicant, what is the thought process there as far as like kind of number of units? Do y'all have a plan yet?
I'm Joe Harvey Johnson Case, 1201 Northwest Loop 281. The plan is 4-unit townhouses. So, I mean, 4 units attached together. They may go to 2, but that's the plan right now. And a maximum of 30 lots will be your maximum of 30 addresses with 1 entry.
Okay.
And that's what we're planning to try to achieve.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Any additional questions? All right. We've now closed the public hearing. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All right. There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Say no. Motion carries. Angela, we'll have a staff update.
Sure. Not all of the items. There was one item that was not approved by City Council. That's the one on H.G. Mosley near Highway 80. That item did not receive a supermajority vote, therefore it failed and it was denied. But all the other items that went forward to City Council was approved.
Okay.
And then we do have one more update. Staff offices or city offices will be closed for the holiday season on Friday, December the 23rd, Monday, December the 26th, and also for the New Year's holiday on Monday, January the 2nd.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Well, this concludes today's meeting. We are now adjourned. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.